Next up, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Deiveson Figueiredo. I saw this line and I about shit my pants. I mean, oh my goodness. How is Umar a minus 1,600 favorite against Deiveson Figueiredo? If you are throwing Umar in your parlays, go ahead and call it quits. Go ahead and call the hotline because there's absolutely zero value in that at all. I mean, I'm going to have the clips rolling here of Umar Nurmagomedov getting his chin cracked in not almost every single fight. Umar has way too many chin concerns to be throwing him in every single parlay at minus 1,600. You shouldn't do it to begin with. No fighter should ever be at minus 1,600 unless it's John Jones versus a toddler. But unless it's that, you should not be throwing the minus 1,600s in there. And because this is not that situation. People got to put some respect on Deiveson Figueiredo, especially what we saw from Deiveson in his last fight. Montel Jackson, absolute beast, power puncher, very high level guy. He beat him very impressively too. I mean, it was a very close fight, but still, Deiveson Figueiredo is by no means out of this. And we've seen, I'm going to have the clips rolling of Umar getting his chin cracked, and you compare it to Deiveson Figueiredo, you can see right down here, look at their knockdown ratios. We have Umar at a 1-to-2 knockdown ratio, meaning he's landed one knockdown and he's gotten knocked down twice. Deiveson Figueiredo, 12-to-1.
And that's a third knock.
Yeah, Deiveson Figueiredo has some power in his hands that should not be played with. Now, I will say a lot of those knockdowns, or the large majority, if not, I don't think every single one, but I do think the large majority of those were at flyweight, a weight class below. So when he moved up to bantamweight, that level of raw power, the ratio of weight to power in comparison is not quite the same. He hasn't been as powerful, but he still does hit extremely hard. And we've seen Umar get put down by guys like Mario Bautista, who doesn't really hit as hard as a Deiveson Figueiredo. I was going to pull you guys up, looking at some of the recent fights, like Umar, like we said, Mario Bautista knocked him down. Rob Dvalishvili hit him a couple times and hurt him, not quite put him out or knocked him down. He didn't get a knockdown in this fight, but still, he got hurt a couple times. Cortes-Acosta not as much. Bekzat Almakhan, he got rocked in that fight. I mean, his chin was put on display. Not a good look. And now he's going against a guy like Deiveson Figueiredo. Like we talked about, the knockdown ratio, he has a ton of power. And we know Deiveson Figueiredo is no schmuck. Yes, he's a crafty veteran at this point in his career at 38 years old. Nothing but respect for Deiveson Figueiredo. He's an absolute dog, an absolute beast. So this line, I mean, it is completely disrespectful. And you look at their recent fight too. You look at Deiveson Figueiredo's most recent fight against Montel Jackson. How did he win that fight? Through the grappling. Who's he fighting? Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, Umar, yes, he's not just the typical Dagestani. We all know he can strike, he can grapple, he can do it all. He's extremely talented, extremely well-rounded. We know that. However, he doesn't have this just back pocket trick move like he did against Mario Bautista with the grappling. I don't think Umar will be able to just dominate Deiveson Figueiredo in the grappling like we've seen in the past with Umar against previous opponents. So I think this could be a lot closer than this line suggests, but at the same time, these guys are a lightweight, or not lightweight in terms of lightweight. They're a lower, lighter weight class, and age does matter quite a bit. Umar, 30 years old, in his physical prime at bantamweight. He's a problem, man. He's only losing to Merab. He's probably going to get the job done against Figgy. You know, I would be surprised if he were to lose the spot, unless he gets knocked out. He definitely could get finished in the spot if he gets his chin cracked. We've seen it cracked before. But I will say he's probably just going to be a step ahead in terms of the raw speed, purely just honestly due to the age at this point too. If it was a 30-year-old Figgy versus a 30-year-old Umar, that would be awesome. That would be very interesting to see how that fight played out, and I guarantee you it would be a hell of a lot closer than this line. But it's 38 years old. At the same time, it makes sense. 38-year-old bantamweight. Figgy's been through a ton of wars. We know that. So I get why Umar is a big favorite, but just this line's unplayable. But yeah, in terms of the pick, you got to pick Umar. If you're picking Figgy, you're just hoping, you're just praying for a miracle knockout that probably won't come, but a man can dream. But anyway, the pick will be Umar Nurmagomedov.